Today we are discussing the interview questions and answers for AWS Solutions Architect Professional SAP. You can download the complete list of AWS based questions from the link provided in the description. Our interview question based on AWS SAP is: what is Amazon VPC? Your answer should be Amazon Virtual Private Cloud. VPC is a service that lets you provision a logically isolated section of the AWS cloud where you can launch AWS resources in a virtual network that you define. Our next interview question is: explain the difference between Amazon S3 Standard, S3 Standard IA, and S3 Glacier storage classes. Your answer should be Amazon S3 Standard is for frequently accessed data. S3 Standard IA is for infrequently accessed data but requires rapid access when needed. And S3 Glacier is for long-term archival and backup data. Our next interview question is: how does AWS Identity and Access Management IAM work? Your answer should be IAM allows you to manage access to AWS services and resources securely. It enables you to create and manage users, groups, and roles to control who can access resources and what actions they can perform. Our next interview question is: what are AWS Cloud Formation templates? Your answer should be AWS Cloud Formation templates are text files written in JSON or YAML format that describe the AWS resources and configurations needed to run an application. Cloud Formation provisions and manages the resources defined in the template. Our next interview question is: explain the concept of AWS Direct Connect. Your answer should be AWS Direct Connect is a dedicated network connection between an on-premises data center and AWS, bypassing the public internet. It provides consistent network performance, lower latency, and enhanced security for data transfer. Our next interview question is: what is the difference between Amazon RDS and Amazon Redshift? Your answer should be Amazon RDS is a managed relational database service offering several database engines for OLTP workloads, while Amazon Redshift is a fully managed data warehousing service optimized for analytics and reporting OLAP. Our next interview question is: how do you design a highly available and scalable architecture in AWS? Your answer should be designing a highly available and scalable architecture in AWS involves using multiple availability zones, implementing load balancing, leveraging auto-scaling, deploying fault-tolerant services, and designing for elasticity. Our next interview question is: explain the AWS shared responsibility model. Your answer should be the AWS shared responsibility model delineates responsibilities between AWS for the security of the cloud and customers for the security in the cloud. AWS is responsible for securing the infrastructure, while customers are responsible for securing their data and applications. Our next interview question is, how does AWS CloudTrail help with security and compliance? Your answer should be AWS CloudTrail provides a record of actions taken by a user role or AWS service in your AWS account, capturing API calls and related events. It helps with security analysis, resource change tracking, compliance auditing, and troubleshooting. If you are preparing for any AWS based certifications, you can download the complete list of valid, tried and tested questions and answers from the link provided in the description below.